Hey YouTube, this is the Factor with the Eagle's Nest here. We have another pickup game for G40. We are into turn 7 here. It's going to be the Japanese turn. He bought 2 infantry, 2 tanks, 2 transports, and a mechanized infantry. He's going in with quite a few attacks here. The one big main one is he's going into French Indochina. I'm going to pan out a little bit here. He brought some units from Japan, a bunch of units from the coast, some planes from around China. And all those are actually battle boarded already over here. That battleship is there because he's got 1 bombardment shot before the round actually starts here. But then he went into, I don't know what the country is actually called, but he went in over here to Hunan. Excuse the shaky camera work. And then he's going over here into Shensi too. And then he's going to have some non-combat moves coming up, but those are the combat moves he's doing. So we'll roll up that big one in French Indochina here, and we'll come back when they're all done. We are at end of turn 7 with Japan. All their attacks went good. All his little attacks, I didn't take out a single thing here or here. He got a little beat up in French Indochina. He only was left with 3 tanks, and I think I took out 1 airplane, maybe 2, and all of his infantry. And so I took out 1 plane. I took out all of his infantry and artillery. The thing is, though, if I pan out here, you realize I can't counterattack that with pretty much of anything. I got a mechanized infantry and 1 infantry there with Great Britain, and the Chinese can't move in there. Anzac can take a couple dudes in there. Actually, no, they can't because of that big flotilla there. So really, I mean, there's really nothing I can counterattack that with. So he did lose quite a bit, but there's nothing I can really do to him. So good play. I definitely didn't really see that he could do all that. But even if I did, there's nothing I can do about it. But kind of continuing on here, he put some units down here in Hong Kong, put some units in King Sea, and then put a couple things here in the mainland. He, of course, moved up and took some more free stuff up there. But he then moved his whole fleet that was over here, moved it down to the Marshall Islands here. Maybe trying to do something down here, but I guess we'll see once it gets to that point next turn. So we are now heading into Allied Alley. We'll start that with America. Here we got turn 7 here with America. America bought 4 bombers, 1 fighter, infantry, and a air base. They took the fleet in 91, split them up a little bit. The majority of them went over here to Italy, and that 4 is all these dudes on this card. Should be 8 transports worth of guys going in there. 2 of them went up here. They went to the English Channel, so now that's that card there. So 2 transports worth of 2 tanks and 2 dudes, and then 2 guys came from Norway and land into Normandy. So we got basically the Normandy invasion happening again, and the invasion of Italy happening down here. So of course we're going to fight that sea battle first, which hopefully with 2 battleships I should be able to win. And then provided that goes good, then we'll finally get on the land in Italy here and potentially take out the capital. So that's America's turn, and we'll come back when dice are done being rolled. All right, we're end of turn 7 here with America. The sea battle went off without a hitch, so I got Italy. Normandy, I didn't lose anything there either. So then I moved the 2 transports that were left in the English Channel up to Sea Zone 112 to get a little help from the fighters up there potentially. And then for my other non-combat move over here on the Pacific side, we moved everything from San Francisco there and put it down in here in hopes to, I guess, stave off what I can kind of do. For purchases, I put 2 bombers and infantry over here, and the rest I put over here. So that would have been the air base, the 2 bombers, and the 1 fighter into Norway. So starting to get a little fighter base, or in Air Force base, I guess, up there in Norway. Hopefully to protect those couple transports that do decide to do anything at one point in time of the game. So now we are coming to China's turn, which is, don't really know what they're going to do. Probably not a whole lot because they only have 1 spot with guys, but so I'll come back when I decide what they're going to do for their moves. Beginning of turn here with China, turn 7. They're going to buy 1 infantry and 2 artillery. And then they're going in on 2 attacks, and there's both walk-ons into Kwaichang, Guangxi. So you'll get there a couple of bucks for free, plop some dudes somewhere I haven't decided yet, and that's going to be their turn. So I'll come back once I decide where to put everything. And a turn 7 with China. They just put their 1 infantry and 2 artillery into Yunnan there to help protect the road. And that's all China did. So we'll go on to the UK's turn, which is going to be a lot more interesting now that they pretty much have a clean, Japan pretty much has a clean shot all the way to India, so they're going to be in defensive mode. So on the Pacific side, they're probably not going to be a whole lot of flashy, but we'll go and do the UK's turn and see what they do here on the Pacific side, and then over there on the European side. All right, we got turn 7 here with the UK. UK Europe bought 3 fighters and 2 bombers. UK Pacific bought 6 infantry. The only attack I'm going on, I believe just 1 here, is I'm going into China to take out that 1 lone artillery there. Other than that, UK isn't going to do nothing but non-combat moves this round. So I'll do all those moves and come back when they're done. All right, we have the end of turn 7 with the UK. Their 1 attack they did in China went well. They lost 1 unit. As far as the non-combat moves go, everything from over here kind of moved down towards India here as fast as possible. Moved a couple guys down here to stop the blitzing of the tanks. And then for buys, I put the 6 infantry down here in India, and I put all the air power over here into London. Brought all the land units from London down into Normandy here, and then just moved a couple guys along here closer to the front over here in Africa. So that's what the UK did. Nothing really flashy, but it is now Italy's turn. So we're going to see what they're going to do. They do not have a capital anymore, thanks to America. So they don't have the option to buy anything, but we'll see what they decide to do for combat and non-combat moves. Right here, beginning of turn 7 here with Italy. Again, they don't have any money, so they couldn't buy anything. So they just have 1 attack here. They're going in for everything from Tunisia here to Libya. So we're going to roll that out and come back when it's all done. All right, the end of turn 7 here with Italy. Their attack was successful. They lost 1 unit here in Libya. And they just stood firm there with all their dudes there. So that is the end of Italian's turn. So I will now do Anzac. Since they have so much money, they actually have a lot to do. So I'll do those separately, and then the French turn. All right, we got the beginning of turn 7 with Anzac. They bought a minor industrial complex and 3 submarines. They're only going to do non-combat moves this round. So I'm going to do those non-combat moves and place these purchases, and I'll show you what happened and where. Right, we have the end of turn 7 with Anzac. They, again, all non-combat moves. Moved 2 guys from Alexandria over into Tobruk. Moved their aircraft carrier from here, moved it over here to block the way to Sea Zone 38. Moved a guy from the Celebes and 2 guys from the Philippines. Moved them here to again block the land movement over into India here. And with their purchases, they put the industrial complex in Queensland, which is the only spot I can go into, and then the 3. I completely cheated, so I'm going to go ahead and redo that. I just put the 3 submarines there, but I can't. They have to go down here. Right. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that, and I'll show you that on the French video. We got turn 7 with France. They only have 1 attack they're going in on. They're taking the boat and the plane and taking out that German destroyer. And then after that, I'll show you the non-combat moves that they do. All right, we got end of turn 7 with France. France's battle went well. They didn't lose anything, so they moved the fighter back to Normandy there. And they just took the 2 guys that seem to be bouncing back and forth around here and moved 1 guy into Tobruk and 1 guy into Alexandria, if I could speak. And of course, the 2 dudes on England are the only land units in all of England happen to be French, so that they're still there. So that is the end of round 7. It's definitely looking pretty bleak over here for the Axis, most definitely. Over here in the Pacific, it's definitely getting a little bit more dicey for the Allies, that's for sure. Getting pretty interesting. It might be a little too late, but maybe if Japan can get their stuff together and as the Allies don't work together, maybe maybe he can do it, but we'll see. It's definitely, I did not think he was going to go after French Indochina this turn, so I didn't see it. So that was definitely a good play by him. But we will see what happens in the coming rounds.